Hey everyone, it's Melissa with the M Word. I am doing a collaboration video with Kayla from Ode to Abode. I will link her channel and the playlist to this collaboration below for you. This collaboration is our 2022-2023 curriculum and resource picks. I am going to be showing you guys what we're doing for this year. I might have a few of the items here. Some of the items I do not have shipped to me yet, but I'll go through everything I plan on using. To start with, we will be using, and I'm looking down because I'm grabbing stuff out of a box. We'll be using for history, we'll be using History Quest. Well, History Quest comes from Pandia Press. We will be doing Middle Times this year. So I went ahead and I got the curriculum book. I got the audio files so we can use them from my iPad or from the car. I download them to a flash drive for the car. I also got their study guide, so it kind of like walks you through everything, and I will have an unboxing of this soon and I will put it up. I think I mentioned that in my last video that I will have it for you. I just started editing, so it should be ready for you soon. Sticker pack and stuff, just all the things in here we will be using for our history. Now, I've been watching Dash of Home. Ashley, I believe is her name. She is just the sweetest lady ever. I just saw one of her like Amazon unboxings and she has some amazing human body stuff. And since, sorry, the dog like took off after some stuff that's not his. We have a puppy and he's getting into everything. So I had to quick go take the baby toys away from him and give him his own toy. But what I was trying to say was that she just did an Amazon unboxing where she had a ton of human body things, and I'm getting a life-size, like 4 foot, so life-size for my kid, puzzle of the human body. And I thought that that would go, the books that she got for the human body would go wonderfully with that. So for the state of Wisconsin, we have to provide a health class for our child, and we usually do a little bit of health stuff here and there. There's a free website that I use. I will link that below because I can't think of the name of it right now, but I get PDFs from there and I just print them. And we also use a lot of YouTube videos as well. I will link the YouTube channel that I use below as well. And if you watched my resources I wish I knew about sooner video, that was also a collaboration. I'll link that up here if I remember. That has the link to that YouTube video as well. And we love those. They teach her about, you know, brushing her teeth, good hygiene. They teach her about germs and what germs are. And it's just a really nice introduction to health and how it all works. But I think it's time to start expanding. We have a book from Timberdoodle from, I think, our pre-K or kindergarten. I think it was our kindergarten curriculum kit. It's an Osborne health book all about your body, and it's kind of one of those flip books, or flip books, you know, the flaps you open. That makes a lot of sense, I'm sorry. The other thing we plan on using, so that was history. For science, we will be using Timberdoodle kits. We will be using the building blocks of science. I do not have my Timberdoodle kit yet, so as soon as I get it, I will show it to you guys. We will also be using Bookshark for science, and I do have that, one second. And I will be unboxing all the Bookshark stuff soon, so that video will be popping up in the next week or two. But the Bookshark stuff is all these amazing books that came from Bookshark. These ones are all Osborne beginner books, reptiles, rainforest, weather, bees and wasps, and ants. And these, I'm so excited to be using Bookshark. I love building blocks of science. I really do. I just want to provide more. I feel like she could be learning so much more. And I think the way I'm going to handle that is using Bookshark's full curriculum and then just reading from the building blocks of science textbooks. I haven't gotten into Timberdoodle to see if I can only back it down just to the textbook of building blocks of science. I found that we love the book. It's just all the extra stuff that we weren't really jiving with yet. So I'm gonna try Bookshark, see if it works for us. I don't foresee me dropping building blocks of science because I love the introduction to chemistry and physics and astronomy that is provided in there. But I do foresee me pulling back from it a little bit and just using the textbooks and fully falling on Bookshark to fill in the rest of the gaps, or to using Bookshark and then using building blocks of science to kind of fill in those little gaps of things that I still want her to know about, like chemistry. I feel like I really like building blocks of science, the way they add chemistry and physics into everything. I feel like by having that base before she hits high school will really help her. Plus, she really enjoys science. She loves it. So I'm going to keep doing that. And then I'll just show you guys a few more of the things in this box right here. But there is an unboxing, so I'm not going to go all the way into depth. So there's just the seed book, elephant book. There's just all this stuff, a science book. There is a science experiment kit that came with Bookshark as well. And I will, whenever it's ready, I will put the unboxing up for you guys to show you that. And then I'll have probably like a few more, like what are we doing, how are we using it. Because we are using Bookshark's online thing as well. So my daughter will be able to go online and do all like the pamphlets, the handouts and stuff. She'll be able to fill them out in there. And that will be tremendously helpful with 2 little kids at home as well. Because Riker is really wanting to start school. And Emma is getting into that 1-year-old stage where she is into everything. And crawling on everything and standing on everything and pulling everything out. Which is fine and great. We usually, I mean, if she gets really bad, we just, not really bad, but you know what I mean. Like where she gets, if she's really getting into like a clingy stage or really getting into a lot of stuff because she's not engaged enough, then I will put her in her high chair with some toys or an applesauce, or sometimes I just go and give her a big old thing of whipped cream on her plate and let her have at it. I mean, it's messy, but it's a sensory experiment. It's art. It's great for her. She loves it and it can't hurt her because it's whipped cream. So that's what we do with her if things get a little crazy. Oh, so that was, I have a pamphlet down here in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. So we did history and science, math. We will be doing teaching textbooks level 3, and we will be doing Math UC beta, and I think the next one is gamma. So she's doing beta now. And then about halfway through the year, she'll start gamma. We get Math UC from Timberdoodle. I believe Bookshark carries Math UC too if you want to go the whole Bookshark route, but Timberdoodle is where we get the bulk of our curriculum. I don't have my Timberdoodle kit yet, but I do have their new catalog. So I'm going to open it up. We will be using with Emma, I already have the Tiny Tot curriculum kit. I will try to remember to pop up my Tiny Tot unboxing video. So this is the Tiny Tot curriculum from Timberdoodle. We have most of these already, so we'll continue to use. There are some new things in the Tiny Tot kit that I will be getting to try. I will be getting these Babble books. They are Baby Babble collection, and it starts teaching, like bringing the baby babbles to actual words. So we're getting that book. There is a few more things. I mean, we already have, you can see the rainbow pop in the back, and I will try to pop a video up of that I've done. Then for my son, we will be kind of doing a preschool. I already have the preschool kit, but I do not have the pre-K kit. But I'll be kind of doing like a mix, mostly preschool with a few of the pre-K items. I don't want to get the pre-K kit yet, but I do have quite a few of the pieces already, and I will be incorporating that into his school this year. So for Riker, we already have the preschool kit. I don't think I've done an unboxing. I will try. We went through a lot of the items already, so I guess it'll be more of a flip through of what we have left and what we are using. I mean, you guys already know that we have the Wimble books, and we adore the Wimble books. So if I have a video just of the Wimble books, I'll pop that up there for you guys. Otherwise, there's always a link in below for the Wimble books because my son adores them. Their dad is a firefighter, and the firefighter book is Riker's jam. It's all he ever wants to play with. Firefighter thing. And then we already have a lot of the games from the preschool kit. So like Animal Playground, I will link a video I have of that up there. My kids love that game. We play it all the time. But there are a few more things. They have an AZ magnet tie. I think I'm going to pick that up. And they have a little matching game. I might pick that up as well. And you guys already know that we adore the magnets that come, the Geosmart Magnets. We play with those all the time. My blog is linked below. I almost guarantee I've done a blog about the Geo Magnets, and I don't think I've mentioned it in my YouTube yet, but I do have a blog video of that. We also use the Thinkplay Preschool. I believe that's on my blog as well. I can link that's below for you too if you want to take a look at that. These are, I adore Timberdoodle. I really do. I don't foresee me ever not using them. But not to just continue. Oh, And these paint sticks. If you're like me and want your kid to like learn to paint, but you don't want to make a giant mess, these Kiwi stick paint sticks, they come in the Timberdoodle pre-K kit like you just saw. I mean, we use them all the time so they're dirty, but do you see this? Like, it's just a paint on a stick. Like, he uses these with they're PlaySmart Skill Builder and Brain Booster books, and he loves those books. But sometimes I can't get him to like use them because he wants to use like the dry erase markers that his sister uses, but I don't want him using dry erase on those books, so I give him these Kiwi sticks, and they're literally just paint sticks, and he adores these. And then he'll do all his, and we've done almost all the skill builders at this point. I'm gonna have to get him new ones, but I mean, they're amazing and they're so clean. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. I keep them in this little bag because the box they came in was not the most kid friendly. It was kind of like the box that like crayons come in. It was like that, and it didn't hold up very long. But this little baggie has been working great. Now for the pre-K kit, we already have the Geo stick letters. I will probably continue to use those. Those are just, they're like these little things right here. These are ours. These are our Geosmarts. I got these from Timberdoodle. I can't remember if I got them for free or half price, but I usually have a link for them. They just kind of snap together, but they're great for like hand coordination. They're great for letter recognition. There's little cards at the very bottom of this. You can almost see them. That like show them things that they can create or draw. My oldest, she'll be going into 2nd grade this upcoming school year, so this 2022 school year. She still pulls these out and uses them all the time. They're a wonderful little toy for them to play with and make shapes with and learn their letters and just learn how things go together. Obviously, we'll be using our Big Book of Science, the Berenstain Bears Big Book of Science. We got that from Timberdoodle. I think that one was a half price item. We love that book. We've been using it for 3 years now, and I probably will use it for the rest of forever. I just go, when I first got it, I read it from front to back. Now in our this will be our 3rd year this upcoming school year, but this year I went ahead and I went through my planner and I just wrote down the pages I wanted to read each week. So I made sure we covered the seasons at the right time, and that we covered when we didn't need the season part of the almanac Big Book of Science, we filled in with the back half of the book, which is science and the science fair and all around the world, things like that. And it's been working out wonderfully. I love that book and I don't foresee ever not using it. My son will also be using my first pencils that we got from Timberdoodle. I love those. Timberdoodle is sending those to me to try out and see how we work. My daughter used a very similar version of them. They're just little tiny short pencils that fit in their hand a lot better. I'm assuming that these My First pencils will be just as amazing as the ones that my daughter used from Timberdoodle as well. We loved those, the ones that she used, so I'm assuming we're gonna love these ones too, but we're gonna give them a try and see how they like. I will of course have a video up once I have those to show you that. We'll also be using those 2 games back there again. One is Clumsy Thief and one is Jump. Both of them are math games. One is a counting to 10, so anything that adds up to 10. So 8 plus 2, 5 plus 5, all those are math that they will be learning in Clumsy Thief. Jump is a count by 1 game, so you'll be, what number comes after 3, what number comes after 4. It's been a great game for both my son and my daughter. My son does not quite understand it yet, but he is still enjoying playing with us. My daughter is doing wonderful with it, so we're starting to do a speedier version of it, so she's just thinking a little faster. And that has been wonderful. We're going to be adding Explode the Code online. I have not used it yet, so I don't know what I can tell you about that. We will be keeping Night Zookeeper. I will have a code down below for you for 50% off of that. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. It's just a link that they provide. I used a link, I believe I used my link from Shauna at Making Everyday Magic when I signed up for Night Zookeeper. And we love it. My daughter loves it. They have a easy version now, so even if your kid is younger, they can use it really well. They also have now where you can assign homework to your child, which is amazing. We also use Khan Academy Kids, which is a free app. That app, if you change yourself from a profile of a teacher or of a parent to a teacher, you can assign homework to your child as well, which is what we do. If you go to my I'll link it below too, but if you go to my video about the resources which wish known about sooner, that is all in there for you. We also plan on using Teacher Monster to read. My daughter does that. Teaching textbooks, such I already mentioned, but that is an app we use as well. Then, of course, we'll be using a Timberdoodle 2nd grade kit, and I'm looking down to show you the kit here. This is the kit here. We will be doing a customized kit per normal. These Geo puzzles, we got these with our kindergarten kit when I first started getting Timberdoodle, and I'm really glad that they moved them to 2nd grade because it was a really difficult puzzle and we never did use it. So I'll pull those back out from downstairs, but we don't need those because we already have them. And downstairs, I say downstairs like it's this gloomy, like a normal basement. Our basement is completely finished. It's just, we shoved everything down there when we had kids and first moved in here. So when I first gave birth to my oldest, and everything is still kind of like that. So the plan is to turn it into a homeschool room. There's a bathroom down there. Everything's finished. It's just covered in boxes and dust and all the things. So if we ever get that finished up, and we want to repaint it because it's dark green right now, and I don't think that will, there's no windows down there, and I don't think that'll jive very well with trying to do homework down there. So we're going to repaint it a white, probably just because it's a basement, and it'll brighten it up down there. Put some fun sticky like Velcro, or not Velcro, vinyl dots on the wall or something to jazz it up. I also got a timeline from History Quest to put up on the wall. I think it'll look really nice when we're done with it, but that's not the point. We'll be doing All About Reading as well. I'm going to go ahead and get All About Reading 3 with my kit, Timberdoodle kits, but I will not be using it right away. We stopped with All About Reading 1 for a while and started doing The Good and the Beautiful for her to catch up to like a place where she felt confident. Not really catch up, but be more confident. And now we're jumping back into All About Reading, and instead of jumping where she's at, went ahead and put her right back where we stopped at with All About Reading. So she's going through it pretty quickly, but I'm just gonna let her go through it until we hit All About Reading 3. I know for a fact that we will be caught up by, probably 4th grade at the absolute latest to catch all of it up. But my guess is she'll fly through All About Reading 1, we'll do All About Reading 2, and then we'll probably start All About Reading 3 by summer next year probably. It would be my guess, but I'm not gonna worry if we don't catch up right away. We used Spelling You See this year. I like it, but I don't love it, so we're gonna be doing All About Spelling instead, so I'll swap that out in my kit. There is the book The Lost Trail. We'll be reading that from Timberdoodle. The daily 6 traits of writing, we'll be using that as well. And if you see me looking down, I'm just double checking what's in the kit this year. Word Fun, I don't know what that is, but we'll be using that. Matthew C. Beta's in the kit, but I'll be getting the 3rd grade math instead. I'll just swap that out, and I'll get Matthew C. I think it's Gamma. Yeah, Matthew C. Gamma will be swapped out. Building Thinking Skills, book 1 we will be using. We've been using Building Thinking Skills this whole time. Cookie Smart is like one of the games. Grid Block, Walk the Dog, those are all games that'll come with our 2nd grade Timberdoodle kit. Famous Figures that we use this year, we'll be using that again next year, but we'll be getting the middle age ones from Timberdoodle. We'll be using Skill Sharpeners, Geography. We love all the Timberdoodle extras. We do not necessarily put them in our day as something to do, so I don't necessarily put the games in as something to do every day. The planner that comes with Timberdoodle does tell you to do all that, but we just don't. But my kids always get to it, so I'm not too worried about it. Especially with like the summer and stuff, they always get to it. There is the Wile E. Coyote Physical Science Genius books that will be coming. There's a set of 4 of those. Making Animals Air Dough. I'm really excited about that. That's one of the items that Timberdoodle is going to be sending us to try, and it's part of the 2nd grade kit, and I'm super excited to try it. My kid loves art and clay, and she's gonna love it. There's a step-by-step drawing book, Mad Matter, test prep, all those things that we'll be getting with that as well. And of course, I will link the 2nd grade kit below for you. You can just click on it and it'll take you right to the kit, so you can take a look at all the pieces yourself, but that's what we will be using. Timberdoodle, Bookshark, teaching textbooks, Explode the Code, Night Zookeeper, History Quest, if I didn't already say that, Khan Academy Kids, and Teacher Monster to Read. I think that's everything. So If you have any questions about anything that we plan on using, please leave them in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you're enjoying this homeschool content. It really helps me and I really appreciate it. I love all the support from you guys and I love communicating with you guys and learning from you guys. It's been great and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And until next time, bye.